Have you ever looked at a job description, scanned the list of qualifications, and thought to yourself, well, I only meet 7 out of the 10 requirements. I shouldn't even bother applying. You're not alone. In fact, research has shown a fascinating pattern. Men will often apply for a job when they meet only about 60% of the qualifications. But women tend to apply only if they feel they meet 100% of them. This discrepancy isn't about competence or ability. It's about confidence. And this is the very subject journalists Katty and Shipman tackle in their book, The Confidence Code. They explore what they call the confidence gap, this observable difference in self-assurance between men and women that can have huge ripple effects on careers, ambitions, and personal growth. So what's really behind this gap? Is it something we're born with or something we learn? Kay and Shipman found that the answer is a mix of things. On one hand, there are biological factors. They touch on studies about genetics and hormones like testosterone, which can be linked to behaviors like assertiveness and risk-taking. But here's the crucial takeaway they offer. Biology is not destiny. It might set a starting point, but it certainly doesn't define the finish line. The more powerful piece of the puzzle seems to be psychological. The authors point to the groundbreaking work of researcher Carol Dweck on mindsets. Dweck found that people tend to have one of two mindsets: a fixed mindset, where you believe your abilities are innate and unchangeable, or a growth mindset, where you believe your skills can be developed through dedication and hard work. Someone with a fixed mindset sees failure as a final verdict on their abilities. But a person with a growth mindset, they see failure as a stepping stone, an opportunity to learn and get better. And this right here is a powerful key to unlocking confidence, because the most empowering message in the confidence code is that confidence isn't some magical trait you either have or you don't. It's a skill. It's something that can be built, practiced, and strengthened over time.
And how do you build it? Through action. Confidence is the result of taking risks, stepping out of your comfort zone, and trying new things, even when you're not sure you'll succeed. It's about setting small, manageable goals, and then another, and another. Each small victory becomes a building block. The authors argue that we often get it backwards. We think we need to feel confident before we act. But in reality, action is what breeds confidence. And part of taking action means being willing to fail. Failure shouldn't be a source of shame. Instead, it can be your greatest teacher. Every successful person has a list of failures they learned from. By reframing setbacks as data, as feedback, we can cultivate resilience and stop letting the fear of not being perfect hold us back. Now, in the years since the book was first published, our world has become even more complex, especially with the rise of digital media. This adds a whole new dimension to the confidence conversation. On one side, social media platforms can be a minefield for self-esteem. The constant stream of curated, filtered, and digitally altered images creates an impossible standard of beauty and success. It fosters a culture of comparison, where it's easy to feel like you're falling short. This has even led to a phenomenon called Snapchat dysphoria, where people seek cosmetic procedures to look more like their filtered selfies. But social media isn't entirely a negative force. It has also given rise to powerful movements like body positivity, where women share unfiltered images and stories, creating supportive communities that celebrate diversity and self-acceptance. Studies have found that engaging with this kind of content can actually improve body image and mood. It's a powerful reminder that we have a choice in what we consume and the communities we build online. Of course, confidence is not a one-size-fits-all experience. Our cultural backgrounds, our race, our socioeconomic status, all of these intersect with gender to shape our sense of self. In some cultures, traditional gender roles may discourage women from pursuing leadership.
In others, a lack of access to education or mentorship can create significant hurdles. For women of color, the challenges are often compounded, facing biases that others may not. This is why creating culturally relevant mentorship programs and inclusive educational practices is so important. Support needs to acknowledge these unique experiences to be truly effective. Let's look at a place where this confidence gap can become particularly challenging: male-dominated industries. Women in these fields often face a unique set of obstacles. They might encounter gender bias that questions their competence or a lack of female role models in leadership positions. As of 2023, women held only about 8.2% of CEO positions in Fortune 500 companies. Add to that a persistent gender pay gap where women earn around 82 cents for every dollar a man earns, and the environment can feel like an uphill battle. So what can be done? Organizations have a huge role to play. They can create supportive environments by implementing formal mentorship and sponsorship programs. They can ensure pay is equal and that the criteria for promotions are transparent. They can foster inclusive cultures where different perspectives are valued and where everyone feels safe to speak up. It's a shared responsibility to level the playing field. Ultimately, bridging the confidence gap comes down to a combination of individual effort and systemic support. For us as individuals, it means embracing that growth mindset. It means seeking out mentors and building a network of people who lift you up. It means practicing positive self-talk and replacing that inner critic with a voice of encouragement. And most of all, it means taking action. Confidence isn't about having all the answers. It's not about being fearless. It's about moving forward despite the fear. It's about believing in your ability to learn and grow. It's built not in the moments of easy success, but in the decision to try again after you've stumbled. So the next time you hesitate, the next time you feel that flicker of doubt, just remember, your confidence is waiting for you on the other side of action.